Back with Hannibal at Bay, Volume 1 of the Rome at War series. I lost my last video, but I've definitely been doing this long enough to just roll with the punches. So this is what I went over last time. Okay, so I was doing the command phase. I missed some little nuances. I missed the details of the actual command phase. I was reading way too quickly, and even more importantly, reading into the text. Now, it makes no difference in this particular scenario, but I do want to emphasize, in the command phase so far, the only thing I've been doing is looking at my army commander and determining whether subordinate leaders are within the command radius of the army commander. And I thought if a commander was not in command radius of the army commander, I was supposed to flip him over to his check initiative side, which meant that if I wanted to activate the leader, I had to roll against his initiative to see whether he actually activates or not. All sounds very reasonable and is not actually what the rules say. So this is what the rules actually say, and this, what I'm going to go over here, is all in one paragraph. Really, this is a three-step process, but it's not presented as a three-step process. It should be broken down. Step 1, each player identifies which formation leaders are within the command radius of their army commander. I was reading into that. No, determine which formation leaders are in command according to command radius of the army commander. Then step 2, the owning player then places in command a number of those leaders equal to his or her army commander's initiative. So starting with Scipio, if Scipio was back here at 73, first step, I trace command radius to formation commanders in order to determine which of Scipio's subordinates are within command radius. Of those formation leaders, I decide which ones will be in command up to the army commander's initiative rating. In this case, Scipio has an initiative, very high initiative of 5. There are only 2 subordinate Roman leaders, Laelius and Massinissa, in the scenario, so it's automatic that's why that's not an issue. That's why this is not an issue in this scenario. But if the army commander's initiative rating were less than the number of formation leaders that are within command radius, the player would choose which of those leaders would be in command. Then, step 3, all the rest of the leaders are flipped to their check initiative side. The bottom line being that you could have leaders that are in command radius of the army commander, but are still on their check initiative side. Okay. And while I'm at it, I was also not checking for units to be in command. I was supposed to be doing that too. It doesn't apply in the scenario because it's so few units. This isn't just a small scenario. This is a tiny scenario. Normally the scenarios are much bigger. Okay, so because there are so few units here, such a small play area, no units have been out of command anyways, but I do need to remember that in the command phase, I'm also checking for units to be in command. This is pretty... I'm pointing this out because this is not mentioned in the sequence of play chapter 3, but is mentioned in the next chapter 4, command, under the section 4.5 unit command. definitely what I would call an oversight that's not even mentioned, even in passing, in the sequence of play. So, as with pretty much all Avalanche Press rule sets that I am familiar with, you got to watch yourself when you go by any particular section of the rule book, because it seems like no one section of the rule book is ever comprehensive or complete. Okay, enough of that. What happened here is the Trail Carthaginian unit that was back there moved up here to reinforce the Numidian cavalry there, and Hanno attacked the Romans that were here, destroyed a Carthaginian cavalry unit here, which forced Massinissa to flee over here. Okay. The only thing to come out of that is worth noting is that when Massinissa and where is it? When the cavalry that Massinissa was with had to do a morale check, the cavalry's morale was 4, Massinissa's tactical value is 2. I think the tactical value of Massinissa is added to the unit, but that goes to 6, and you're rolling on a 6-sided die. I didn't roll because I believe that in these rules that's an automatic pass. I don't think that you still roll because like a 6 is an automatic fail. I don't think there are automatic fails and automatic successes in this. Well, I don't remember running across that in the rules, so I played it as an automatic pass and didn't even bother rolling. All right, so now we're starting the next turn. So we go to, okay, so now we are back to the command phase. Both players would do this. Scipio's units are now, Scipio's units are consolidated here in these two areas. The Carthaginians are on the outside. Hanno, which by the way, I think I can adjust these because I don't think it matters. They're not long units. You can't do what I just did though. You cannot just adjust units. You cannot just adjust long units. Okay. So Hanno traces his command 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3. So everybody is in command. Yeah. Okay, so we go to order of battle. Determined first player. Hanno rolls a 5, adds his his initiative rating of 3. For 8, Scipio also rolls a 5, adds his initiative of 5, and Scipio wins again. I think Scipio's won every time so far. So Scipio wins the order of battle determination. So now Scipio does his first activation. Ooh, he rolls a 6. That's subtracted from Scipio's initiative rating of 5, which means that he actually fails. If the result is greater than the army commander's initiative, the player may activate no formations at the moment. The enemy player rolls to activate instead. So Scipio failed, and I'm going to leave it there because if Hanno fails, it's going to be a consecutive failure. No, he gets a 1. So subtract 1 from Hanno's 3 is 2. He would be able to activate 2 formations. He only has his single formation in this scenario, so he activates. And again, it's misleading. When I read, it says players may activate blah blah blah, but actually there's an entire section 5.5 that says required activation. A player may not pass, which is true now that I think about it. There's never any reference to passing that I remember. So So, yeah. So you have to activate. All right, so Hano activates. Now what's he going to do? There is no artillery in this scenario, so we skip the artillery bombardment step of the action phase sequence. Charge. Well, they're all adjacent, so we know there is no charging. Movement. Well, if they move, then no, I'm sorry, they can move and attack. So they can move and attack. Okay. Yeah. I guess they can move attack. So Hano, again, I'm not sure why. Well, now let's see why Hano would not. 1, 2. Hano moves with them. Consolidate his lines, I guess. Not sure why so important in this case. Still, I don't think you can outflank these small units. Alright. Assault. Okay, so again, I think that these two Numidian light cavalry, I think that they have missile capability. They can fire into this area 39. I think I just take their strengths of 2, have each of them 1 and 1. I do believe they can attack together. So just roll. They don't get any hits. Need 6s or 7s to hit. Don't get any. I don't think any of the basic modifiers apply. Yeah, actually that's it. And then we go over here. This Numidian cavalry will also fire into 39. Does not get a hit. Same thing. This one into this area, area 38. No. All right, so, I wonder if the, well, I'm wondering if the leaders, if Hano's tactical rating was supposed to be added. I don't think that it should for range combat, but how do we specify this? It says add the tactical ratings of all senior leaders involved in the assault. This is missile fire, not assault. And yet, missile fire is still a section under the assault chapter. Huh. Huh. Well, maybe he was supposed to add his tactical rating. He still didn't get a hit, but let me see my cheat sheet. See if there's any reference. Add leader tactical rating to total combat strength. Tactical rating may not add more than total units strength. That's fine. By the way, would you count the Numidian cavalry's reduced strength for missile fire, or its printed strength? I don't know. That's funny that I don't see any distinction there. You would think that the missile fire would not be improved by the leader's presence. But maybe at this scale, it speaks to the leader's tactical employment of the entire unit. Maybe. Okay. Yeah, I guess it does. Okay. So that would be Hano's activation. Now we go to Scipio. Scipio still has to roll. Okay, 1. Now he's tactical rating of, his initiative rating of 5 minus the die roll of 1 is 4. It's himself and 2 subordinate leaders, so everybody activates. So now, no artillery charging. There's no charging. They're already adjacent. So we go straight to assaulting. Well, I know that these guys, but now I have 2 leaders. I got to pay attention to what do I do now. I have Massinissa and Laelius. But Laelius is the formation commander for these Italian heavy cavalry. So let's see how this works. They're going to assault. Hanno here with his Numidian light cavalry. So no locking shields, morale check. So the Numidian cavalry here has a morale of 4 plus the tactical rating. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so 5. They roll a 1, so they pass. Their morale check. Oh, now they could withdraw. They can because the Roman cavalry is all heavy cavalry. Huh. Yeah. There's light cavalry, heavy cavalry, horse archer, and camel cavalry. So yeah, no withdrawal. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry because it's only heavy cavalry. They can. Hanno could withdraw. Matter of fact, that's what he's going to do. He withdraws to area 16. Okay. So now the Romans have a chance. If all defending units withdraw from the area, attacking units may not attack any other area, but may advance into the vacated area. So they will advance, actually. Okay, so now here, Scipio is going to attack. This area here, this area has light cavalry and heavy cavalry. So the morale check first, I guess. So the Numidian cavalry has a morale of 4. The Carthaginian cavalry has a morale of 3. So the average, no long units present. That's our case here. Use the average rounded up of the morales of all units in the area. So you add 4 to 3 for 7 divided by 2 is 3.5, rounding up to 4. Ooh, they failed their morale check. So they take a step loss. So now they're going to ditch the Carthaginian cavalry. That leaves Um, yeah. Okay. So they failed the morale test. They cannot withdraw. So we go to combat. So Scipio with his 2 heavy cavalry, that is 10 dice. Strength of 4 and 4, plus Scipio's tactical rating of 2. And 10 dice for 1 hit. So the Numidian cavalry is going to be gone anyways. So let's see if the Numidian cavalry have a strength of 2 can get a hit off, and they come close, but no. So Numidian cavalry is eliminated. So this now would be post-combat advance of all units in any defending area eliminated. So units may advance into the area if desired. So they would choose to not advance. Okay. I think I've exercised all of the rules that would apply in this scenario. So again, a tiny scenario involving only heavy and light cavalry. Carthaginians had only 1 formation. Let's see if there's anything missed. Yeah, I don't think there's anything more to be gotten out of this scenario. I think I've exercised all the rules that are going to come up. I think so. We rolled for leader loss. We did charges. We did normal assaults. We did missile attacks. We did withdraw before combat. I think that we've exercised everything rules-wise we can out of this scenario. So I think it's time to pack this one in and look at another scenario to get more rules involvement. Yeah, don't really have anything more to say about it right now.